2K Sports. Friday night in the NBA, it'll be the Orlando Magic facing off against Joakim Noah and the Chicago Bulls. And we're ready for tip-off in Chicago. Kevin Harlan and the crew with a call.
And 2K Sports welcomes you to the NBA with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. We're glad you're aboard. Well, it was the Chicago Bulls winning their last game against the Charlotte Bobcats. And that one never in doubt. They whipped them up good. That's what you call embarrassing the opposition.
I thought they showed just how good they can be defensively as a team. They made it very difficult for anybody to find an open look out there.
Yeah, that was the preeminent factor in the game to me. I mean, just the great job they did at the defensive end of the floor.
Now brought to you by State Farm, a look at Orlando's starting lineup. Jason Richardson and Hedo Turkoglu are at the 2 and 3. Howard is out there with Brandon Bass, and it's Arenas in at the point. And for Chicago, Carlos Boozer and Joakim Noah, they're inside. Rose is flanked by Bogans in the backcourt, and it's Dang in at the 3 slot. Here's Bass. Boozer with the defensive effort. And so here is Chicago. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
Yeah, these were two of the top teams in the conference a year ago. And I'll tell you what, this club was really at their best in those games. The season series really belonged to them.
Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Stan Van Gundy.
Kevin, even though these two teams have similar levels of success this season, Coach still feels like they have the upper hand going in. He told me we're stronger in the areas where it matters most, and I think you'll see that once this game unfolds. What he's referring to, we'll see as the game plays out, gentlemen.
Thanks for that, Doris. Boy, any edge you can get, guys, in a matchup like this is huge.
Yeah, I agree. You're exactly right. You're all over it there. I mean, these teams are very much on the same plane. You know, I think it's going to be a chess match.
I agree, Clark. I mean, I would expect a close game. It should be a back-and-forth contest, and should be fun to watch. I would expect it to go down to the wire.
You just can't overstate how important those matchups between the top conference teams are.
Well, there's always a lot at stake, Kevin. You want to get that good seed in the spring. Both these teams know every game is going to be a battle.
And these players think about that. They know about the seeding.
They sure do.
And Richardson slams it in. While we've got a sec, let's check out the Sprite Slam Cam.
No problem finishing there.
You know, those are painful to give up, Steve.
Here's Rose. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Charlotte. Tipped.
I really don't like what I'm seeing their last couple of possessions, Kevin. That's 2 turnovers in a row. Careless turnovers at that.
Yeah, they're getting a little casual with the ball. They've got to nip that in the bud right now.
He's one of the few guys you don't mind seeing take the 3 in transition.
Gilbert Arenas covering.
Well, that was not an easy play, but he made it look routine.
Jumps up, rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, that's the problem. You turn the ball over, and your defense just isn't set up at the other end.
And sometimes when it happens that way, it almost feels like a 4-point bucket.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
They seem to have lost their mojo offensively. Probably a good time out here to try to get a play in and jumpstart their offense.
Every team hopes to have a player on this list. A quick update now on the top field goal percentage shooters in the NBA. And you look at Turkoglu, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
Well, both of these guys, Kevin, have had 2 of the highest shooting percentages this season. And even if the fans haven't noticed it, the coaches and their opponents have noticed it, that's for sure.
Just...
Oh! Yes, indeedy. Boy, I love that one. That's not just any plain dunk. That has some panache to it.
That's an energizer, guys. That is an energizer.
That is, and that will lift the whole team up.
Joakim Noah at the line for the Bulls. 1 shot.
And he makes the free throw. Here's Turkoglu. 17 points for him last game against the Pistons in Detroit. And it's Dwight Howard with the finish.
He made sure everybody saw that slam, Kevin. Stayed on the rim for a little while extra.
Maybe he wanted to give his legs a little rest there, Clark.
Here's Rose, averaging 28 points a game. Back to Noah. Passes it to Boozer. Poked loose. It's stolen by Turkoglu.
And look at how quickly he got his hands in the way of that pass. Good team effort here, and that's what's gotten them this double-digit lead.
You know, I tell you what, Steve, the way they've come out here in the first quarter, they might blow them out of the water.
Outside Boozer with the fadeaway. Goes to the glass on the bank shot. Boozer's got his first 2 points of the night.
He knows how to get to the basket, guys, especially when the defense is soft like it was there.
That's good from Howard on the assist from Turkoglu.
Well, thanks to some good shooting, they're off to a nice lead here.
Well, they hit the ground running, Steve, from the tip-off, and they've yet to slow down.
Got a piece of it.
You know, Kevin, they've just continued to turn the ball over to give it away. They just can't afford to keep playing this way.
No, not if they're going to come back and win this game. I mean, taking care of the ball has to be priority number one.
Chicago calls timeout.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Thomas, he's checked in for Chicago. Rasul Butler comes in for Luol Deng. The Magic also changing it up. Ryan Anderson, who's checked in for Bass. Clark comes in for Hedo Turkoglu. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Gilbert Arenas. Here's Thomas. Outside Rose. Straight up. The shot, no good. Good D by Nelson.
I think he caught a glimpse of the defender out of the corner of his eye because he just seemed to lose his focus there for a moment. Well, they've got the big lead early. We'll see if they can continue this momentum.
Yeah, you know, guys, they've been strong on both ends of the floor so far, and I think they can keep it up.
He feeds it to Bogans. Lets it go from deep. Orlando grabs the miss. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And if there was an aspect of the game that jumped out at me, guys, it was the rebounding. There was a huge difference in the effort both teams were making on the glass.
Well, they got pushed around all game long, and when that happens, you're going to get out-rebounded.
Rose kicks to Butler. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Magic leading by 13. And here they come. All alone. Throws down off the coast-to-coast drive.
A little bit of a struggle defensively. They got to defend the hoop.
I'm not sure they could have gotten there anyway.
Nelson outside. Now here's Richardson. Guarded closely. And that one's good.
Well, they keep going right back to the paint, and who can blame them? I mean, they're getting it done in there.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 buckets, guys, have come from inside the lane area, so I'd expect them to continue to go inside right at the defense.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide-open opportunities.
And here's Anderson from the arc. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Anderson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Rose. From deep. Oh, he got it!
Oh, buzzer, knock it down!
Shot.
Right at the horn. And he barely beats the clock with that 3.
Steve, that's a great way to end the quarter.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. It's the Magic. They lead by 13.
Now the key has been the rebounding department. This club dominating the paint area. And if this continues, they'll be in great shape.
Well, they've done two things. They've limited second chances, and they've been able to flex their muscle down low.
And we'll be back in just a moment.
Tune in next Sunday. Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks take on Kobe Bryant and the LA Lakers. Don't miss out.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. Here is Nelson. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Bulls 5 right now. Luol Deng and Carlos Boozer, they're in the forward slots. Ronnie Brewer out there with Watson, and it's Noah in at the 5 down low. Here's Boozer, fades and shoots. It's rebounded by Bass. Magic leading by 13. From deep, the shot misses, so the Bulls will take it the other way. Watson with it. And here's Turkoglu. Left side, Turkoglu. Redick dishes to Nelson. Over Brewer. Another miss by Orlando. And so here is Chicago. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And Boozer backs in. The fadeaway. Another miss by Boozer. Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And I'll tell you what, I don't see any sign of them slowing down.
Redick with the 3. That is good.
So tough for the defense to get out to the three-point line in transition.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
So for the Bulls, Taj Gibson's checked in for Boozer, and Derrick Rose is subbed in for C.J. Watson. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Bass. Richardson comes in for Malik Allen. Earl Clark's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Jameer Nelson. Here's Rose. He's got 5. Gilbert Arenas covering. Here's Noah. Takes it up for the stuff.
You know, that's just a thing of beauty, guys. I mean, that move to the bucket right there, splendid.
And a powerful finish to go along with it.
Hey, I thought the defense gave him a little too much leeway right there.
Now Brewer, back to Deng. And it's blocked, but they get it back. Goes back up. Jason Richardson pulls it in.
Well, he's wide open there, but really struggles from that range. Maybe there's a reason he's open. Not the best shot selection there.
Boy, I agree. He could have gotten something better on that trip.
Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
Yeah, this is like a clinic out there, guys. This is exactly how you attack a defense. Move the ball, sharp cuts, really a nice pace to their offense.
Here's Rose. Gilbert Arenas covering. Rose against Arenas. Turkoglu against Gibson. They're moving the ball. Shot clock at 6. And finished off by Noah.
That's a forceful finish there. The tomahawk, one-hand bang.
It just shows you the strength he has.
Yeah, we're not talking about soft defense either. I mean, they were right there on him.
been a solid outing for Noah. He's got 8 points, and he's chipped in defensively with the steal as well.
That was a beautiful steal, and you know, it's not just the steals, Clark. It's the ball pressure. It's just the aggressiveness that he's showing, really disrupting the offense.
Back to Dang. The three. Jason Richardson pulls it in. Richardson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And now, here are the teams that have heated up offensively in the season's second half. Fourth, the Bulls.
Kevin, the writing is on the wall, and it's time to get serious. This team has been putting up big numbers. Nothing can give a team focus like the realization at the end of the season is fast approaching.
And some changes for Chicago. Bogans comes in for Ronnie Brewer. And it's Watson in for Derrick Rose. Here is Watson. Kicks to Bogans. For 3. And that is good. Bogans got 6.
You know, he didn't have too much space to get that shot off, but for him, he had enough.
Here's Arenas. Kicks it out to Turkoglu. Can they get it? Kept alive. Poked away. Stolen by Noah.
And I like the aggressiveness defensively, forcing that mistake. And they are right back in it, guys, with this run. Impressive.
You know, if they go down, they're going to go down swinging. I like the fact that they aren't going quietly, Steve.
Back to Arenas. There's the 3. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
And they're struggling a little bit on the glass. They've got to pick up their physical play in the paint.
Yeah, it's about being tougher and more physical, just as you said, Steve. If they can do that better, they've got a chance to come back.
Turkoglu against Dang, and the shot is good. Turkoglu's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, they haven't been getting lit up from outside here. All the points they're giving up are from in close. They've got to offer more resistance.
Yeah, defense has to get better, Clark. They've got to body up, bump somebody, get physical, force the action back out to the perimeter.
Arenas kicks to Turkoglu. That's in, coming off an assist from Arenas. Now it's a 7-point Magic lead. Here is Watson. He's covered by Arenas. Got a piece of it. Fires from 14. Here's Noah. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. With 1 game to go, let's take a look at how the final seeding will look in the East. We'll take a look at the Bulls. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And of course, Orlando. They find themselves in the 7th position.
Checking out Orlando, they've been nothing more than a pedestrian team, kind of run-of-the-mill. We weren't sure quite what to make of them coming into the season. And as a matter of fact, I'm still baffled by them.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe this is just who they are. I mean, it's not a tremendously talented team. Perhaps you would have expected a little bit more out of them, but in the end, you know, they're just they're an average NBA team.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Gibson. Brewer comes in for Luol Deng. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for C.J. Watson. Shoots the 3. And Bass kicks to Redick. Rose against Arenas. It's blocked.
A tight game here. Neither team has been able to gain an upper hand on the backboard.
Both teams really getting after it inside. It's been an interesting battle.
And Boozer backs in. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Heads-up play, preventing the easy lay-in.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, he saw it was a free layup, didn't want to give that up. So he fouled him to force free throws.
Boozer hits them both.
Now, some nice work in this quarter, finally being aggressive and getting to the free throw line.
And trying to battle back, that's the way to go. I mean, you take your opponent out of their rhythm, and then you extend the game.
And here's Turkoglu for 3. And yes, sir, that one drops. Turkoglu's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, another uncontested 3 there. They've got to make some kind of an adjustment. I mean, they're giving up way too many open 3s.
Well, the last 5 hoops, 3 have come off wide open 3-pointers, Clark. So it's one thing to give up 1, but you start giving 3-pointers up in bunches, you're in big trouble.
Free throw good, Arenas.
Shooting for Orlando.
And both free throws good for Arenas. Puts up a prayer. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime.
Check out the game for Jason Richardson. He has 14 points and 4 steals. That's a first half he can be proud of.
And he carried a lot of momentum into the locker room with him.
From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment.
Welcome to HP at the half. The finish line is right in sight, but we're just getting started. Orlando on top against Chicago. A dominant offensive display through 2 quarters. They're scoring efficiently. Jason Richardson has been clicking through the first 2. He's got 14 points and has been just a menace on defense, coming away with a bunch of steals. And a tough matchup, but the Bulls are staying afloat. Overall, their effort just hasn't been on the level it needs to be, which is why they're struggling. Luol Deng, he's not had a good showing. Dreadful from the field. He hasn't connected on any of his shots. A couple guys right here you want to lead the charge for the teams as we move on to the second half. And let's check out what happened in the other game. Portland with a loss to the Warriors at Oracle. Came up short by just 3 points when it was all said and done. The bulk of the scoring came from Raymond Felton. And that just about wraps it up for us here in the studio. Now let's get you back to Kevin and the crew for the second half.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Magic leading by 6. And so in the game for the Magic, Arenas and Richardson pair up in the back, and he flushes it through. Sprite Slam Cam with the replay.
Boy, he's got enough hang time there to put a little something extra on that one. 2 scoops of ice cream after that.
Well, that's a play that's going to be remembered from this game, that's for sure.
I think that was more like a banana split, Clark.
Deng against Turkoglu. Here's Rose. Takes it up. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's going to be on Brandon Bass. The free throw drops for Rose.
Derrick Rose. At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And Rose drops them both. Here's Turkoglu. The dish to Arenas. Back to Turkoglu. The pass to Howard. Unloads. It's all in by the Bulls. Now here's Rose. He's got 9. From 20 feet out. Rose can't get that one to fall. And there's the feed to Turkoglu. Stolen by Bogans. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Bass. Bass has got his 4th rebound in this one. He dishes it to Turkoglu. A 3 ball. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Bulls trail by 6. Here's Deng. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
The second person, second team. Luol Deng. At the line for the Bulls,
And he knocks down the first one. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And here's Richardson outside. That's good, and Arenas with the assist. Arenas has got assist number 5 here tonight. Chicago calls timeout.
Well, he's had enough of that lackadaisical defense. They've got to help on penetration and deny all of these points in the paint.
Quentin Richardson's checked in for Orlando. Nelson comes in for Gilbert Arenas. These are the top distributors of the basketball for the last 10 games as shown on the 2K leaderboard. You look at Derrick Rose, currently 5th in the league in assists. Such court vision.
Boy, he's really done a nice job of looking for his teammates and getting them the ball on time and in rhythm, and it's resulted in more open looks for his team, and that's all good.
They get a hand on it, and it's Nelson picking him up. Noah with a screen on Nelson. Here's Dang. It's good on the putback. That's 12 points for Joakim Noah.
And they get one to go now after missing their first 3 shots. Maybe this will kick them into gear.
Nelson, the pass to Howard. Moving it around nicely. Here's Richardson. He's got 17.
Now that's just rubbing it in, fellas.
Throwing it down with style.
These folks are not going to forget that one anytime soon.
Here's Rose. He's got 9. Now Bogans.
Well, he was being overly optimistic there, thinking he could make that pass.
And Jason Richardson, the bucket on the assist by Richardson. Richardson's got 7 points here in this quarter. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah. Steve, you like groove, don't you?
I do. I love groove, Kevin, and I love the attack mode this team is in, too. I mean, they're really getting into the paint. They're getting whatever they want offensively.
Out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Kurt Thomas, he's checked in for the Bulls. Here is Bogans. 11 points in the game. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Dang. Connects from three-point range. Here's Nelson. They lead by 7. Richardson up top. He kicks it to Richardson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The first free throw is good for the Magic. Pass comes in for Dwight Howard. And Malik Allen subbed in for Hedo Turkoglu. He doesn't get the second one. Bulls trail by 8. Here is Bogans. Here's Rose. Lifts up. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
How about the night Derrick Rose is having? He's got 11 points, and he's been able to hit the 3 ball, picking up 1 from deep so far.
Well, the three-point shot has become so important in today's NBA game, and teams are shooting more and more of them. When you can knock them down, it really puts pressure on that defense.
And the first one drops. Good on both. Here's Rose. He's got 12. Dishes to Bogans. Feeds it to Boozer. Nelson against Rose. Clock at 6. Over Nelson. That doesn't go either for Rose.
Well, unfortunately, he just has not been able to produce offensively to this point.
Richardson, he's covered by Rose. Richardson dishes to Bass. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Bulls trail by 7. Here's Bogans. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Bogans got 14 points for the game.
Three-pointers have been a huge problem for this defense.
Yeah, they've been a day late and $1 short. I mean, and it's costing them. You got to get there sooner.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
Chicago making some changes. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Thomas. Gibson comes in for Luol Deng. And Ronnie Brewer's subbed in for Keith Bogans. The Magic also changing it up. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Malik Allen. Turkoglu comes in for Jason Richardson. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Jameer Nelson. Richardson kicks to Bass. Back to Richardson. He passes to Arenas. Here's the three. That's good. Arenas has got 7.
Another great job of moving the basketball and finding a good shot.
Steve, that's been the theme for them so far. I mean, they've really worked well as a unit together, and the assist totals echo that.
And Boozer backs in. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Here's the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been fantastic from three-point land in the last 10. The Bulls in second, fourth, the Magic.
When you knock down three-pointers at a high rate, it's attributable to spacing, Kevin. Spreading the floor so defenses can't cover that shot and get there to challenge them.
The first one falls. Boozer hits them both. The Magic leading by 5. Pass to Howard. Back to Arenas. Brewer with the steal. And here are the Bulls now, trailing by 5. Here's Gibson. And the Bulls with another miss. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes it tough to defend.
Yeah, there's no agenda. I mean, the ball's just moving to whoever is open, and as a result, they've kind of developed a clicking kind of pace to their game. It's been fun to watch.
Rose against Arenas. Arenas against Rose. Outside Boozer. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. First one falls for him. Making a switch here, the Bulls. Watson's checked in.
Carlos Boozer at the line for the Bulls. 2 shots.
Boozer hits them both. 23 seconds left to play here in the third. Turkoglu kicks to Howard. Now here's Richardson, covered by Brewer. Richardson the pass to Turkoglu. Over Brewer, and Turkoglu with the basket on the assist by Richardson. Richardson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Boozer. No good on the buzzer beater. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. You gotta like what Jason Richardson has done in this game.
That's one thing to get to the rim, and it's another to finish when you get there. I mean, he's done both so far.
Yeah, through the first 3 quarters, I mean, he's done a great job of being able to complete plays at the rim, finishing drives nicely.
Magic lead by 7.
The NBA stretch run is in full swing and the playoff push is on. Rudy Gay and the Memphis Grizzlies go up against Manu Ginobili and the San Antonio Spurs this Saturday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30.
It's time for the 4th quarter and time to check in with the 4th member of our team, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Spark Report. Hi, Doris.
And Kevin, for that great stretch the Magic put together, they get the Sprite Spark Award. Some fantastic effort and work on the defensive end in the 3rd period has been crucial to them gaining control and setting the tone. Most important for them, building the lead. We'll see if they can keep it, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. That run was a critical stretch, Clark, of the game.
It sure was. I mean, once the pilot light was lit, they didn't let up.
Well, offensively, it all came together for them, Clark, and it really allowed them to kind of take control of the game at that point.
So with Boozer on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. It's Gibson and Noah at the 4 and the 5. Watson out there with Ronnie Brewer, and it's Dang in at the 3. No good from Gibson.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, they're fighting for every loose ball, putting a body on somebody and going after the rim.
Passes it to Richardson. Over Watson. Richardson, good. Richardson's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Magic. Here is Watson. He's covered by Arenas. Watson kicks to Dang. He feeds it to Noah. They're moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. A floater. Dang can't get it to go.
Tell you what, it seems like all it takes is just a little bit of defense for him to be tentative on those layup attempts.
Richardson, good.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Here is Watson. He's covered by Arenas. And taken away by Arenas.
I like this, Kevin. This is a lot better ball control from them as they really haven't had any turnover problems in a bit.
And that steal led to that easy transition basket.
You know, Steve, they've got those guys reeling a little bit right now.
Kicks to Gibson. Dang against Richardson. And slammed down hard. Another look on the Sprite Slam Cam.
Boy, that dunk got everybody up off their seat.
Oh, they're loving it, aren't they, Steve?
Well, how could they not? I mean, he put the cherry on top of the sundae on that one.
Yeah, right. Arenas kicks to Richardson. It's stolen by Dang. The finish. The fast break ends at the rim with the jam.
When in doubt, punch it down.
As easy at 2 points as you can get.
Safe to say that's a pretty high percentage shot, guys.
Howard dishes to Reddick. It's up a 3. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got 3 assists in the game. Fires for 3. Here's Noah. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. They get Gilbert Arenas.
Looked like he hit him on the release of that shot, so good call by the official.
Very easy one there. It sends him to the line for a pair of free throws.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Gibson. Bogans comes in for Ronnie Brewer. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for C.J. Watson. Orlando also making some changes. Hedo Turkoglu's checked in for Howard. Richardson comes in for Jason Richardson. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for J.J. Redick. Nelson, the pass to Arenas. Richardson. No good from Turkoglu. Bulls trail by 10. Rose kicks to Bogans. There's the dish to Boozer. Moving it around. There's Rose with the 3. Arenas with the rebound.
Well, he got 1 to go in the first, but he hasn't been able to connect from three-point land here in this half.
There's the pass to Turkoglu. That's in, coming off an assist from Arenas. Arenas has got 6 assists now in the game. And it's the Bulls with the ball. A 12-point game. Chicago calls timeout.
You know, when you look at cable and video games, the internet now with smartphones as well, it's pretty amazing how much more accessible the game is to fans than it was back when I played in the days of hot pants.
For the Magic, Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Bass. Richardson comes in for Gilbert Arenas. And Earl Clark is subbed in for Jameer Nelson. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Tom Thibodeau had some words for his team in that last huddle. It didn't take long to figure out he was angry, saying to the team, "You can't expect to win turning the ball over as often as we are. It's not going to happen, guys, unless you start using your heads out there."
6 to shoot. And Bogans gets it to go. Going back to the all-digital distribution of the game, Steve, the NBA deserves credit for really staying on the cutting edge.
Yeah, for sure. And you can see games now in 3D. You can see it on your phones. You can see games on the internet. It's just amazing to think about the innovations in technology that have taken place in the last decade and how they have affected our game.
Here's Richardson. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Tang's got his 4th rebound in this one. Richardson covering. And there's Dan. That's good on the assist by Rose. Rose has got his 4th assist in this one. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're up by 6. 1:43 left to play here in the 4th. For the Magic, Brandon Bass is checked in for Richardson. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Earl Clark. .143 left here in the 4th quarter. Nice movement. Stolen by Boozer.
He only had one mistake prior to halftime, but he's starting to get a little sloppy there offensively. Now they're on a hot streak now. They can't miss and really trying to cut into this lead.
Well, it's been a fantastic comeback effort, guys, and they've actually shot their way back into this one.
Arenas on the money. Arenas has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, you look at how this has played out so far, and they've really had a big advantage inside.
Now they're getting higher percentage shots in the lane, and they're getting a bounce here or there, but I think they're playing pretty well down there.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're behind by 6. We've got 1:23 left in the 4th. Here's Rose. He gathers, and Boozer throws it down.
I think he wanted some one-on-one time with the rim. He wasn't letting that thing go.
No, a little pose up there hanging on the rim, just kind of showing off a little bit, Clark.
Magic leading by 4. Arenas dishes to Howard. Turkoglu outside. Launches it. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Well, I like that he's come up with some big baskets for this team to help him out in getting this lead.
Here's Bogans. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Bogans got 19 points.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Less than 1 minute left. Arenas kicks to Howard. And it's sent back by Noah. Clark, no room for error.
Kevin, got to be perfect from here on out. You're exactly right.
Good. Now it's just a 3-point Magic lead.
And this continues to be a shootout.
Well, I'm a fan as well as a commentator, and I love this fast-paced action. I mean, it's going back and forth, back and forth. Hey, don't let that size deceive you now. He can get to the rim as good as anybody.
Well, he doesn't mess around once he gets there, that's for sure.
No, guys, he loves to throw it down with some style.
Chicago calls timeout. They're losing by 5. We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Rose working against Arenas. Arenas against Rose. The feed now to Boozer. Shoots a fader. Rebounded by Howard.
Did you see his balance there, guys? Really faded away. I think that's why he missed.
Now Bass. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And he doesn't get the first one to fall. Does make the second, and that increases their lead to 6.
Talk about a clutch free throw, Kev. That one just might have sealed the game.
Dang kicks it to Noah. There's Rose with the 3. Off target. And so it's Orlando winning this one. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Jason Richardson.